Niphutando izawuza ke ne-testimony yayo nditshilo ndathi ngubhuti mawethu uzawuza ne-testimony zakhe, and then after he's going to tell us about his journey he's been through a lot. You know, as Christians we go through a lot of things. We go through a lot of things. As Christians abantu bacinga phansi asingobantu. They think we're special, noba sihamba ne aura ethile, but yazi we are human, we live. Uthi Paulus xa ethethayo athi siphila phakathi kwabantu, and funeke njengoba siphila phakathi kwabantu funeke sithi act just like everyone else and accept everyone as the way they are. Into esiyithunyelweyo apha emhlabeni sithunyelwe into yoba sizoministerisha, and then lithi lizwi uthixo uyabafaka abantu bakhe ngokwakhe bandleni. Our duty is to minister. Molweni Facebook nisatsho ndithi molweni bethuna, I'm back by popular demand on Tuesday. Bendikhona nqaba Tuesday. Last week bendigula ke guys. Yes, I've been sick a lot and I've lost, as you know, I've lost my brother, I've lost my grandmother, I've lost my grandfather. I've been through a lot kulo July. But I was like looking forward to about July end. I was very looking forward to July to end. So ndiyambulisa ku Facebook baphulaphula bekhiphi ngesiradio, ndiyambulisa hleli naye ubhuti mawethu waseJesus the Answer Ministries, but andifuna ukumallocate ngebandla. He's an individual, you know, an individual. He is an individual. He's going to tell us a lot of things. So molweni ku YouTube, also molweni kwi app here to sizabana sihlala umculo ke in between, just to make sure ukuthi naye he catches a break from everything. So guys, kanimbulise abone, kanibethe no heart, kanibethe everything naye abone into ba you are here. Comments will be nice, just to say hi. I've missed you guys, I've missed you a lot. Kaba bulise but not
ngibulise ma'am, ngibulise kuqala namhlanje. I think it's Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday.
Ngibulise kakhulu ma'am. Sendivile ke that asihlelanga because it's an online radio. I've always followed the station.
yes, asishishizi tu akhondo utsho radio station athi ayishishizi.
Yes, no, now I've witnessed that. Kuhle ukuba lapha ekhaya, such a beautiful time and place to be, trusting that God will be with us.
Yes, akaqali kuba lapho ubhuti mawethu, he is a regular apha kwesi siteshi sethu, but you know namhlanje akazisanga guest yakhe, akazisanga mntu wakhe, uze yena uqhuba wakhe. Ubizwe ndim bethuna kaloku nam ndiyabiza phaa kwela bandla lam bansithi guys ndiyacela sisinondi ndikulindile bethuna, ndikulindile mamutom bendikuxelele ndathi ndikulindile ndisakulindile. I'm just giving her time bethuna, ebesandoba ngunyumamisa, I'm just giving her time. So Brunawethu, give us what has God done for you?
Once again, thank you very much, ma'am. Igama lami nguMawethu Kotobe, from the dusty areas of King Williamstown, ikhona ilali ePaletoxelifeld location. Igama layo likhumshile kodwa lizilali phaka. And ndikhulele phaya ke ma'am, ndikhula ke kwikhaya lenkonzo. Utatomkhulu nomakhulu babe nenkonzo kanye apha kanyendlini. Uyabona bekhonza phaya, and ke sikhula ke kulo environment apho singalazi kakhulu ixesha lobantu okanye singenalo ixesha lobantu basifana naye na umntana. We only go to school and then after come back, his house chores, after that sekulate. Luckily ke ndikhula kula era yobantu ba ngo-6 kuyathandazwa endlini. So I would make sure that in the park that goes with punishment if awubangakho ngelo xesha ekhaya ngo-6 o'clock. So njengoba senditshilo ke likhaya lenkonzo, and I want to say it Sisoza, that for all my life I've been led okanye mhlawumbi ke ndixelelwa nguThixo, nothing else. If ndinobekwa apho kuthiwe for what else do you know? It's only God.
Right.
So bendikhula kule environment enjalo, kodwa ke ndikhulile njengaye nawumntana.
Yes.
Because even though ustrict ekhaya, but you find the ways as umntana zobana ufuna ukufitha kwi-community njalo njalo. Nam I've been there, but because of ke xa ukhulisiwe, iimfundo zasekhaya, even the values will always kick in. So nam I've been fortunate with that, even though ke ndiphuma mhlawumbi ecaleni, but ekhaya ndayazi ubana this is what I have to do. So, and God has been through. I mean, it has always been about God and God alone. And nyhani ke ubungqine nabo, it's all about God. Maybe mhlawumbi to take it further, umama wam naye became a pastor out of ke utatomkhulu nomakhulu bekhona phaa. She took over after ke beswelekile. Umama ke, I think ke nakhe waba maybe a modern way of how they
It should be done.
yes, because I remember very well after ke sikhulile, because she took over. Yabona ke xa ukhula phaa kumakhulu, phantsi komakhulu notamkhulu, uye ulibale ubana uba unayo umama. Ubathatha as umama
Notata.
notata, uyabona. And ke but xa bengubaye basweleka, that's when we learned ubana hey kanene abasekho. So and our mother became the father and the mother at the same time. But I must commend umsebenzi owenzileyo uMampinga, that namhlanje sibabini sinjalo nobaba wam, evele kubaba uNkululeko, uyifakile ivangeli kakhulu, and now she continued with the legacy, waqhubekeka nenkonzo kwaphaa ekhayeni. So obviously here we'll go to school, primary school, high school, and zitshintsha kangaka ke izikolo, because funeka sibe lapha kulo nyaka siphinde sibe phaa kulo nyaka.
Always the new kid.
You always the new kid. I think from standard 6 up to grade 12, all it's been the same thing. But God, as I'm saying that we were under the banner of God. Asikhulanga ke okanye mhlawumbi mandithi andikhulanga lula. Let me say that upfront. You know, zikhona izinto esizifuna zikwammelwane, uyabona, sibona mhlawumbi kukho imoto kulobani njalo njalo,
Yes.
kukho i-TV njalo nto zonke ezo zinto ezo. But iimfundiso zabazali zisifundise into yobana uba we should like enjoy what we have. Ezinye izinto sawuzibona. I remember very well umakhulu esekhona, ukuya eholideyini was really a hustle. Funeka ube kanti uzame ngandlela zonke into yobana umkhonvinse that ndiya eholideyini. So kwakustrict ngolo hlobo. So I went to high school, and thereafter I finished off esikolweni. Then there's an interesting part about me when I took over my studies, because ndandiyibona le nto intle isenzeka kwabanye abantu, uyabona, and ndinento ethi hey one day nam ndiyafuna iyunivesithi, but ndizayidlala because of akho mali, umzali akaphangeli njalo njalo. But I remember very well, ikhona ikhamera ndandiyifumene kutata ke, tata ibingumntu waseRhawutini. But ndathi ndayijonga le khamera kwabe kufunwa kwisikolo ke esithile university, imane nge-1.5 for registration. Ndikhumbula kakuhle sisi wam, ndasuka all the way from King Williamstown ndaza East London. Kukhona indawo ekhoyo kwalapha eBeria ethengisa ii-cameras. Ndahamba phaa and wandibuza lo mntu ubana awuyibanga nale khamera. Ndathi no, this is my camera. Why are you changing that ndifuna esikolweni? And I think ke imali endakwazi uyithengisa ngayo was not enough. I think it was about 800 rands, and I was short of 700 rands. But I then had a father in the long run, whom I served from his church from 2002 up until now. That should be 20 years.
Yes, that's
So I went straight to him. Esithi kuye, hey, yisho ndinale ngxaki apha yobana uba ndifuna esikolweni but ndishota nge-R700. And what he did, ndisayikhumbula namhlanje, that was many years ago, about 15 years ago, esithi kum inkonzo yindawo yaloo nto.
That's
That
true.
when omnye wethu efola short, we should take it from there. Now, he announced that enkonzweni that uma wethu ushota ngemali enga mazalwane masibethe imali sizogcwalisela umthamo esikolweni. And mine ibandla layenza loo nto leyo. Ibandla lakhe ke iJesus Dancer Ministries. Sisi wam ndithe xa ndiyicinga loo nto leyo, remember ke xa ungumntana uyifumene into ifunayo, now ufuna uyabaleka esikolweni. As a result nda-researcha mna ngoJanuwari njengoba kwa-registration before that noku-aplaya oko ke phofu because of there was no hope. I went there ndathatha ke into yayiphambi kwam, isifundo sasiphambi kwam, BSc in Computer Science and GIS. I registered there. Yabona ke ngoku phaya kufika phaya abantu abasuka kwi-backgrounds nge-background.
Yes.
And the reality now kicked in that, hey, imali yakuphela kwenyanga uzayifumana phi? I remember very well, my mother could only afford 200 rands yobana uba indikhulu for inyanga yonke.
Just imagine.
But you're really surprised that the 200 rands at some point it was enough.
Okay.
Maybe at the time izinto zase-cheap, I don't know. But kwaku-easy for into yobana ndiyazi, okay, this is the amount of money I have, let me make sure that at least I have into ezithile ezi-basic njalo njalo. It kept me through, but in the long run I got to have NSFAS, things were better, njalo njalo. One cool boutique, mna ke bendingulo mfana ke nakwiitshomi zam lo uzawuthi nobe kunjani kanje weekend because sesikolweni, but Sunday funeka ndihambe nezenkonzweni. And by God's grace, uThixo one piece babantu sokudlala keyboard. So mna amongst ii-peers zam nasenkonzweni bekusenza sure into yobana uba umawethu kufuneka efowunelwe uphi.
So awuna chance yokwenza anything
Not at
else
all.
besides school and church?
Not at all. Yabona ke varsity akho nto ingekhoyo ke phaya, kukho fresh air, kukho ntontoni njalo njalo, and I would form part of those sibuye ekuseni. But ixesha loyenkonzweni noze kuthiwa kandilale kake nona, I have to be there. So I'm just giving a picture to abaphulaphuli that the person that I grow up as bana ndinguyena ngakuleyo. I remember in the process of that, there's another story engasoze ndisilibale apho kwakufanele ubana sine-AGM khona ebandleni, then yayingqubana ke nenye ile nto, indaba yomtshato kwenye indawo. Siyayibona mosibona i-build-up iyeza ngokwasenkonzweni, kuzawukho i-AGM ngale particular weekend. Umtshato ngapha siyabona uba engathi kuyaqhubukela into yaququzelelwa nakwelaa cala lingaphaya. Siyaqonda sasibayi-3 futhi Mandla noMasu. Sachuze emtshatweni thina. Yo ii-calls ezazingena ngalo weekend. Piphi mawethu, keyboard idlalwa ngubani, njalo njalo. Ubuya kwethu hayi ke zakhala iimpama namanqindi. Nalapho ke sasifundiswa. But again apho ke ngenxa yongamameli ndathathwa ngomnye umama wayekhona phaya enkonzweni wathi, hey, kuba ungamameli ndathathwa ngolaa hlobo. Uba ndingamameli, hayi ndifuna ukuthatha ukusekhonsayo. Ku-around November ke uyayibona ke mos umfana selokishini, sesihlala elokishini ke ngoku le nto eGinsberg. Kuzawuba mandi ngosube yiloo nto yho nako ndithathwa ndisuka ngapha ezilalini zaseQueenstown. But kodwa ke njengomntana ku-adaptha lula ke, uyabona ayifani naphaya njalo njalo. So ndizama ukuthi ke mem, that is my life, ukhula kwam ngaloo maxesha. But ekuqhubeni kwam, I think around 2011, I felt ndibona uba hey, now umntu mdala ngoku, let me go and find phofu ndiyoqhubeka nesikolo e-NMU PE. Xa ndifika phaa, hey, things are a bit worse. But remember, I could not even afford imali yobana ndisustain throughout the month. Now ndifika kule ndawo area khona ishaphu zifana ntontoni, I don't have money. Uyabona ndathi ndisaqhubeka kanjani ndaqonda uba the best option, no, let me quit, ndihambe ndiyofuna umsebenzi. lucky ndafumana umsebenzi. Umsebenzi ndawufumanayo abantu bebayihleka ke loo Transithi ndandithengisa ii-cosmetics. Ubona ishima
Yes.
powders zonke ndandizicwaba with the company that I worked for. I worked for that company and I think it was very innovative because yayizinto zabantu abangoomama but zisenziwa sithi thina abafana, so we would get more sales around that. So nalapho it was a good lesson for me to learn. I think that's when email business started to kick in because I got to learn into ezininzi phaya zobana how to do business, ixesha liyabanjwa, preparations are very good, and then you have to manage
Yes.
zonke izinto zekhampani njalo njalo, sales yonke loo nto, because i-customer awareness program that goes with sales and you got to get paid through the commission. So if you don't make sales, that means that awuzubana mali. So yandisebenzela kakhulu, and that was the reason why in 2012 I started even the company, the MLK Concepts.
Wow.
That was in 2012.
You do know that whatever we play live on Facebook cannot be listened by you. So ndiphe a break. For now, nina anikwazi ukuba nix. Stay tuned. Yo, sevele zindingqelele ke like.
The sound that actually.
Sound is nice. Sound is nice. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and know that is within ndinentloko engaziba yenziwe yintoni. Noba ndistresa yilaa moto yabona ngoku into uhayikha uphuma kwamapha. Because injini yam ifuna 21,000 and ke sana ndizayithatha laa moto mntu uyifake SMD andazi nestress ndibone after.
But yeah,
iskimiwe yenziwe yonke into yaphinda still ayastart. So ndithe mabayithathe bayifake SMD. Ndiyabona uba ndizathenga ntoni na endlini ngoku. Then ndithi I need you revive ispirit sam phaa. Utata athethe ngo-www.fire.com. Ibe ngathi ushumayela into endingazange ndayiva before. And xa sendinjena ke mna andifuni ushunyayelwa ngomnye umntu. It will not make any difference xa sekushumayelwa omnye umntu. Ndivele ndiqonde ndidinga utata. Yabona ke ninjalo mina nisiqhayisele nakho ngiposte Facebook ndisanotsho kunento ka-OJ ndithi usundiqhayisela mani.
And ke ngoku iinto ezizidibanisayo zimbalwa. Zimbalwa kakhulu.
Njengona ndibaxela bangandifaki kule nto yoomama for August ndisenongaphilenzi ixesha. Qho xa ndishumayela nangepasika ndiyaqaphile xa ndihambe iveki yonke xa azawushumayela mhleni. Hi, we are back. Benjamin Dube uthi bless the Lord with all my soul. Yes, guys, we go through things as abantwana, ne? We learn, but I'm picking something up in Dlamoni on a regular basis that isikhungo is the foundation of Christianity. in any house, in any child's life. If niyahlala ni-unite as a family, nibe nesikhungo, just uba wethu semazulwini, simple thing, uba wethu semazulwini, as long as nimenza niyi-family, it creates some sort of a foundation in a child's life. But, and there's no more to say, tata for granted, into yokuba wethu semazulwini, siqonda noba bamenze bodwa abantwana beserumini, thina sibukela generations, it does not matter. But the more ndibane guests, the more they keep on talking about noba ndathi xa ndithanda xa sikhula sathandaziswa ngabazali. I know some other kids are not privileged to have grandparents, and some are not privileged to have mothers and fathers, but ufumaniseka into yoba kwa umakazi okanye udabawo, the moment eqala isikhumbo within the family, it becomes something ekhulisa abantwana. Besisanoba sesifihlweni 2 weeks ago, singcwabe enye ilungu lethu apha eJTA ekulaa branch yasemdantsane, and kungene usisi walo sizomngcwaba. She mentioned something very, very sensitive to me, and it touched my heart. Wathi umbela lo sizomngcwaba apha usuke nomthandazo wasesikolweni wazofaka endlini yayi foundation ebanesithi asizolala singamenzanga namthandazo sesikolweni, yayi foundation yo build ifamily yabo ba close ngomthandazo oza nomuntu obefunda usub A, baqala banesikhungwelo hlobo. As a result, we had the whole church had to stand kwenziwe lento, ku appreciate lento. So I'm picking it up now as buthetha about foundation of every child's life, sisikhumbo, and it's very much important. So now you are building your life. You've faced these challenges, which is ndiyayazi guys, ndiyase university. I've been there. I've changed universities so much. You struggle through it. You get a job, and you find your gift very early, because it's a gift. It's a musical gift in the ubethe keyboard. Not everyone can ubethe keyboard, especially when ubethela ibandla. Abantu bayithetha light into ubethe keyboard xa ubethela ibandla. Xa ubethe keyboard for ibandla, you are spiritually dealing with wonke lamuntu ungene emnyango nenhliziyo zabo, abanye bophukile, abanye ba frustrated, omshika but empty, omnyaka yazi abantwana bakhe uzabathumelela malini and all those things. But the moment ubetha, and then the church stands, ufumaniseka kuba nawe uyabona into yoba some people are really healing. So ndidla ngothi if inkonzo i-intercession iqhutywa worship team no keyboard play, you are bound to be healed from whatever that you are going through. So you experience this gift, you realize bonale gift, baphulaphula ndifuna ungathi uyabetha utata makhubana. Andifuna ungayithethi ke leyo. I'm sorry Bishop, ubukele. Ubukele ungandibethi tata. But guys, just a little bit of story. Kokuma elapho but mawethu. 31st ndiyahleba ke ngoku. 31st, I think it was 2019, if I'm not mistaken, or 2018, kuchayisa imoto, umuntu phaphandle uchayisa imoto yelungu lebandla. Waphuma utata. Qaqala ukuthi happy new year. Wathi ngempama kulam. Hey sathi sizabukela impama. Ngena umfundisi utsengwa ngenqindi kulobhodi. And I was like, okay, is it asigqiba shibayela ngoku. Kwathiwa umuntu uyabethwa ecaweni, because church is where you also need to be disciplined. It's a home. People take church as a social place, but church is where you get disciplined. Imagine xa ukhule ungena mama ungena tata, and then uzikhulela pha estratweni, ufike ungene enkonzweni. That's where you start learning how to respect people, dealing with different characters, ufumane warmth from different parents. You inherit abazali enkonzweni. You get different chances. And lanto ubugqibo ithetha uthi kuthiwa ibandla lelokwakhana. And I think people take ibandla differently these days. Balithatha ngathi yindawo yoba singene sikhuphe ishumi sithini. Kanti ibandla indawo yothi naxa usithi ulambile. Xa ugqiba uthi Thixo anakutya. uThixo uba khona laa muntu amtyhilelayo somewhere there in the middle of inkonzo. Uvela ubona umuntu sekufumbathisa i-100 qonde njani. Kanti la pray ubugqibo yenza ngoku sithi Thixo endlini akho sikhabhathi. Just a little bit thing nje buthetha nje. I remember namfika kwami ePretoria. I did not have anything. And ndi confused uba ndiyaphangela ngomso ndizayikhwela ngantoni eGautrain. but kwangena usisi wayephangele i-TV eyi-director yase-TV wavela wandifumbathisa 1,000 rand ngoku andifumbathisa I did not know uba yinto le ndiyifumbathiswayo because wandinika wavala isandla ugqiba uphuma wahamba xa esegqibile uhamba ndivula isandla xa ndithi it's 1,000 rand wafaka i-text yogqiba wathi uthenga i-Gautrain tag. So I do understand that church is a place where you will get answers to your prayers. So now you're starting your new journey in business.
Yes, ma'am. You know, as we sit on the book, just before we get into that, you know, in God's ngoku, the way in which we are portraying into okanye indawo safe kanje ezinkonzo. You know, sisuka kwindawo ye-pandemic, ibihave kanjani. Apho we were supposed, as the believers, especially those who are saved as well, that we should have been giving hope to the hopeless. But instead we were confused. And without getting into details about that, but it was very worrying because Ingonzo will forever be the safest place.
Yes.
Because Ingonzo yenziwe yanubuthi phakathi apho kuthi khona there's peace, love, and all these things. That's where the hope is. And I can safely say that it is a solution to many problems that we're facing as in South Africa. But again, with that as it may, 2012, I started an OK concept. Nalapho ndiqala khona into zikaThixo. Now, if you want to follow my life, it has always been about the grace of God. It's just a messy. Because when I started to register that, I remember very well, another sister from church called me in a particular Wednesday in 2012. She said, hey, Kukuman, ikufakwa ile nto i-CVs enafkhokha hambe uyofaka phaya njalo uyabona ke xa uyi-meet awubuzi into ezininzi noba kuthiwa ipost yantoni uyalungisa qha ulungisa into zakho and after uphatheleyo. The following day I was there at 8 o'clock. To my surprise, yini that indoda 5 yonke ngo-6 bonke ingona ndibuzayo mani uba post yantoni lena size kuyo apho ndosingathi ndini kuthiwa hayi admin ntontoni but ndathi okay it's fine akhona. Luckily ndabizwa kuqala phofu ke nantsi abendihlekisa khona ithe mos ndiqale ibhizinisi khona ke thenda bendiyifake emntanzana phaa kwana khona ekliniki ndibeleke apha esekleni kanye apha
Notyatyambo.
Yes. Ngo-10 kukho ibriefing ekhoyo, ngo-8
Interview.
Xa ndifika phaya uzakubetha u-9, I think angena ngo-9 uqalwa ngam futhi ingona ndiyifumana phaa ndakubuzwa ngebhizinesi yam. Okay, but hayi walawala. Funny enough, kwi-interview le ndiyabuza into yokuba ndi-available nini. Ndiqambe ndiyaqala uza interview but iyabuzwa lo mbuzo but then ndithi hayi anytime ndi-available. Kuthiwe okay, no, we'll give you a call. As confused as I am, ixesha liyanshiya aleke ndileqa umntanzana. Xa ndifika phaya ibriefing ndisekuvala kwibriefing leyo I'm frustrated ngoba at least noko besendibona esisentana ngaloo kanti uThixo nalapho iyalungisa kwakho i-provision that no, it's fine, I made it njalo njalo. So I got to get the tender at the time. Wednesday of the following week now ndifowunelwa banafco nakhona ke ndifowunelwa ndisiya enkonzweni futhi because we have weekly services. Ndifowunelwa from usisi wayekhona kwi-interview sithi hayi congratulations, you got the job njalo. And then ndisothukeleyo nam but we felt ngoba noma ikhona into esayi-advertiser higher than that one, which is being the regional coordinator for Amathole district. But we feel that there is no need to speed us here interviews. Let's just give you that one. Excited kanjani yangathi asafika enkonzweni.
Testimony enzima.
Excited ke apho njalo njalo. Then the following day I went to go and sign the contract, and I was the regional coordinator for it. And I had a beautiful office umuntu ofunga xa ufika khona executive then kanti kumkobisa kwingceba
Ezingaphezulu.
noko, and I did that exceptionally well. iminyaka yahamba iminyaka, and I pushed myself to ngoku. Remember, I could not afford ezinye izinto esikolweni. I registered for project management in PE, I was at college every weekend. The seminar nayo, and was invested. I got the qualification diploma corner, and I was empowered now, experienced with emsebenzini and pushing myself now on the qualifications. Soon after that, njengangifeyila, mhlawumbe ngifeyile igama lami. 2013, okay, now I moved from NAFCOC, being headhunted by someone else because in other business. Things didn't go right. I remember I had bills to pay. But here am I now, sitting in East London, not knowing what to do. But a friend of mine, a late guy who lives at Norman, he called me on the phone, Bamasilo keyboard, pie and the base, but in some pattern of pie. I'm not used to that. They are going to put their pattern, but I mean, desperate need. Let me just go. Yeah, but my heart also wants to go and learn and fellowship. We got there. We got to plan the Hilary and got to say. Now jokingly, who's on in front of us is on listening. Hey, I can't tell you please. Sorry, we mentioned, and I know that it's a corporate radio, but if one of them we have one, hayi bona esentanda uyayazi uzawuhasilisha kumele ukhangele umsebenzi nezinye izinto kanti usisi lo nomamele uthi hayi bawuphangeli phangeli, you know, basine take intense kundaweni ethile, what qualifications you have, i-CV yakho I have it on my phone, please send it to me, even though kuvaliwe, but I'll just forward it anyway. And by the way, I am the chief project manager to this portfolio, so I'll just send it. Yabona ke xa uthenjisiwe ke sisi wami, ask me, I'll tell you, sozulala ngobusuku, zange ndikwazi ulala ngobusuku, ndakusasa ngiyamtshelisha the following day akufumaneke zii-meetings neentonto banjalo kakubantu bezindawo, uyohlala sezi-meeting njalo. But on Wednesday bandithanda, on Wednesday I got a call kuthiwa mandihambe kuyosayina i-contract ye-2 years internship. Now I said to myself, this is a relief to this particular local municipality. Now ubomi ke buyaqala ngathi noko at least I'm able to be comfortable because I can at least pay for myself into ezithile njalo njalo. And soon after that I registered again another qualification of the University of Water, local government law and administration. So there weekends the manager attend
Local government law.
Yes, local government law and administration. That was a 4-year qualification. I'll understand this, and look, I have to do this. And I fumana, and I graduated a 40, and then again. So while I was watching that, now in business in 2017 now, MLK concept what we were using for.
Okay.
Events management, social media marketing, multimedia production, artist and project management. Another brother of mine who's Provena contacted me. Hey man, I want to venture into being an artist now, but I want someone else outside. That was 2017 now, around January. It was a few years ago, behind a few years ago, June, same year. And I said to myself, look, I've been watching the industry. I think I know one or two things about it, but if you want to do it, you must be exceptional.
Okay.
Meaning that you must have your house in order to make sure that at least your admin is very strong. Because I'm bringing here the expertise is a project management. I know from the inception up to completion, you see, I know that how to conceptualize any project. So at least you have an advantage of having that kind of a person. We agreed on that one, and I can tell you now, around BCM and otherwise, people still remember that day. We executed that very well. Science like the Pine Guns win. Gentlemen, it's the safest place. Because you got to be you get to explore, like what you said earlier on. You explore your talent as well. And luckily we have the leadership that understands that it's not only cool and then we explore on that. So we did that very well. And then while we were still watching that, excited, I was being then approached by Osintinde Kunzi. I know people know him from East London. And I was like, look, what am I going
To do.
to do as being the land artist manager? I remember I got a teaser. This is an Olympiad the other day, and the most like went from Suku, the artist there, and I'm like, who's it? No, I mean artist there, and I knew nothing of the Yellow Clash. But no, the boss was in the middle, who's on the stage, artist there, I'm done. But that was an indication that they already spoke, and it was just to formalize it. Yeah, one. So we spoke, and then we worked very well. I found a brother in him, a big brother. And the following year, we did his DVD. Yo, it was something else. Sasienzela Kokona Upper East London, and I was part of that, pushing as the artist manager and coordinator as well. So we're still amazed by that. Pity, the approach on Sisputuma Diso, Umabai. Abantu bamazi kakhulu, and I'm like, hey, Tiko wenza lona because remember mine is to establish and start somewhere with an artist, but someone like her umuntu sele saziwa
well known,
no you name the baninzi whether Benjamin Dube njalo njalo uyabona onezini njalo njalo. So what is it that I'm going to do? But I think uThixo wayengibonakalisisa that, look, don't confine yourself locally. Make sure that you also see yourself as a national brand as well, and even beyond. In the process of that, I got nominated. Ingoma, I think it's the second biggest gospel awards as Korea by South Africa as a gospel promoter. And I got the award at the time. That was 2019. And I think it was because that I did exceptionally well here at home, and God has been just good. And we worked very well with the 3 team, with the first lady now, Sis Putuma, and obviously we were working contracts, and all contracts were 2 years, and simultaneously they were ending at the same time. But because we're brothers and sisters, and then we explored to other businesses in Jalonjalo. So it has been good, but now, as I said, MOK has also a pillar, events management. So here am I, knowing very well that I still need to give back to the community, but what can I do? It is now 2021. Apho ndibona ke ngoku this beautiful event. It was a women empowerment event senzeka eSteve Biko. Ndiyathanda ukuyibalisa ke le nto, but it was a closed session only for women.
They usually are.
Yes, so osisi bayathanda uposta. In fact, all of us we do. Kwaposta bezalekisha ezinye izinto, but I got to listen. Ezinye izinto zazithethwa phaa. Hey, the content and things are directing to us as amadoda. But now I'm looking now, this empowered woman comes back home now to this stagnant person.
Yes.
So how do you then close the gap?
Because only one person is healed here.
Exactly.
Gulo ungsisi uvelos empowerish.
Absolutely. Empowered. Okay, no, look, we normally do these things on social media, and we just tease each other and then but who does that in the fruition? Now I think I wrote a status on Facebook and said, hey guys, I see this beautiful event organized by Sis what can we do? Remember the number of events. Quickly I look at the calendar. Okay, look, because there's everyone warm, May on again. Go June, Father's Day, it's here. I cannot miss June. I have to do something. So I had less than a month to prepare for this idea.
And market as well.
And market everything. And remember, it's COVID, and So, so now that it's May now, and how am I going to do this? Because as an athlete, funeka siyenzile yonke le event, and akho mali sizawuthini, but I took it, I would say, a leap of faith, and I tell Facebook that this is what we're going to do. Like if I could post about that there will be a first annual Men Empowerment Network hosted at Steve Biko, the 18th June. Hey, everyone was excited. Hey, we made this because it has been a land of the imaginary conference for some time. Now we see it happening. It's happening here in the neighborhood. I approached Pastor Betty from
Morning.
and not that none invite, but I was just extending because we do have contacts for each other.
Yes.
And guess what he said to me? What, look, I will be there. Count me in. And thumela nje mos just for awareness.
Forward kwabanye.
Yes, njalo njalo. And it was the start of many Siswam, and you know it captured a lot of eyes everywhere in the media, and we conceptualized it to a point that indaba GBV must not only be looked as one thing,
One way.
you see, but there are underlying issues that are affecting us that are leading to GBV. So our approach is that we look into those things. So we developed leadership and also children's rights topics, as well as how to empower men in terms of and white age and not nezinye. We are born. Our pastor said, look, I will be there. So he has been there as our captain, or maybe the MC, and Dr. Bebelele formed part of it. You know, he has a beautiful story. You know what happens, Tinas Namakos, if you don't have a bandwana in Chapman, you find ways of
To do that.
And most probably the other way, okay, cheater as a but that guy, very rough, because 13, 14, 15 years, and then was sentenced to around 21 years, and then later on around 30s after that were charged. Full 10 years, they could not get one in Chapman.
And that's a
But
lot.
that guy stayed in Chatuna in Oscar's work until today. Until Bakangelez Nindle,
Yes.
today they have a beautiful child, Dumevoyo, who is known in all social media, and they found ways. Now I said to myself, I cannot not bring this guy because he needs to give
A very powerful testimony.
Exactly, and it's from his heart. Now he just released his book as well. So we had a number of people that were there, or Dr. Lulamila Nabe, were there talking about leadership, and we had the likes of Mr. Zonan from NYTA, you name them. It was a power-packed program for men. Zanga naibona ndo bantu yakwazi kugcina amadoda for 6 hours, 6 full hours.
In one room.
Ungabikho nendoda eyi-1, akho nto zityiwayo, akho nto kuntoni, sitya ukutya qha and good conversation. So it was really nice to have amadoda phaya, and Bishop Spozo, I cannot forget, so we had so much fun, and we came out of there empowered, that at least in our little corner we're contributing to South Africans to say no to GBV. And I think that is very relevant because we're starting now in but the rest assured that at least we are still here as a matter of probably few of us that are saying no to GBV, and it must be stopped, and we'll continue doing that. So we had that baby, and then we did the second annual last year. We're targeting Father's Day because we believe that not all of us would be appreciated in planning Father's Day because it normally happens on a Sunday, but we make sure that at least we have goodies, nice goodies for our they feel appreciated that they want that. So that has been the journey for MLK, and we've been doing other events. We've worked with a number of artists for events, Dr. Kanye Sanka, and Zul, you name them. We've been there assisting many of them. But now, as we're growing now, I think what I've learned, especially for social media, you should use social media as a very powerful tool for you to talk about you. Because for whatever that you're posting on Facebook, you don't know who's watching.
And who's listening.
Exactly. Now, I've seen that a lot with because I've been contacted by abandoners from all over the country. Abanye basafuneka be artist manager, but yeah, I cannot because my plate is full. Yeah, but I can also advise abanye abantu to do better. But all I'm trying to say is that in the process of that, I was headhunted now last year. Now she had this baby and the South African Gospel Recognition Awards. On the Sunday now, there were announcement of nominees.
And I missed that.
Yes, hey, how did you miss that?
Dibone sewufakile and yeah, we see the deadline 12 o'clock and I'm like,
Oh, shame.
it's like 5 to 12.
Yeah.
Who applies at this time? So
Is it? Okay, but they'll always be nice next time. So now that's a beautiful and the biggest event where I'm part of it, and then I was, let's say, employed, if you like, to be the head of marketing for that. And it has been doing an exceptional well. We did the media launch for February around this London, and then this Sunday we just announced the nominees, and it's a beautiful baby growing. So now, as a MLK, we are here, we're still a baby growing, but I think there's so much that we've already done, and there's so much also coming. Now here's an interesting part. OCC, coming back now to Human Empowerment Network, have been asking me, okay, we inquiries, almost 60-70% abantu abangusisi abathi hayi ngicela ubhalise umyeni wami
Ewe.
njalo yonke laa nto bangayishile ndawo ithi
Nam.
siyafuna phaa sizakwenza njani. And I'm like, no, kaloku yiyo data bezininzi ezininazo nee-high teas sineento njalo njalo yonke laa nto. But I can tell you now, madam, that I could not neglect to kind of stop that any longer, because bafuna uba part. Even though because baninzi abantu abenza events, and I don't want always to do something else on your own, but if it's constant or abantu the city, no, we want this, then we need to be creative. So we came now with the first episode of Men and Women event that will be held on the 29th of October 2022. That will include now men and women. Yeah, so we're expecting everyone that will be there. I want you to follow me. Come on to on Facebook, and they'll get all the details
that they need.
So
Yes.
how do you form part of it? But all I can promise you is that it's going to be very nice. People should follow me, and then they'll find all the details there. So that will be the second now event of the MLK annual that we have. But because of we are the seventh to our community, both as lender as events, is in a business element is
Okay.
But now an idea came to me, which is not published yet, that we need to have a hub for a business. So now in 2023 we will be launching, I think this is the first station to know that, we will be launching now MLK Entrepreneurial Summit Conference. That will be on the next year, 2023, we'll announce that. But that will be the hub now, that for businesses, where people come with stalls and with government.
Yes, and talk about that.
And talk about that at length. So that's good news to the listeners of KFAC, right? That's coming. So that will be 3 now events that we're doing as MLK, but on the side we're also doing other businesses. Probably let me just say this, that out of COVID, I then started farming now.
Wow, so Landilen.
Yeah. Inventory. I started farming, and for everything I do, I'm like
Yes,
yeah,
I've noticed that.
Yeah, was if you can see that piggery that's there, with all the rooms, following crates, you would swear that farming 100%.
Yes.
So in short, that has been my life, and Chico is really helping me, and I equally secretary now if I were to ask. And I invest my time in God. Namhlanje as we speak, we found that
Yes,
But-
because kaloku kuyathandazwa ngokupha
You
kuthi
see that? Yeah.
sisithethe.
So if I was it's my life during the week we have revival. So and now in the Okwenza, and that's when now I get the renewal of the spirit and the mind to have all these ideas, you see, and most importantly it is to pray about everything. But I just want to leave Lamas what has helped me most? It is to watch my thoughts
Yes,
about everything because they become my words.
words.
You see that? And I choose my words whenever I talk to people because that is translated to my actions. You see? And also I understand my actions because they become my habits. And because of that, I study my habits and they become my character because you can do everything and if God doesn't character, it's something else, then you're doomed, you're done. But most importantly, I develop my character for it will become, and it becomes my destiny. So that's the long and short of it. That's my to control it. Thank you very much.
We'd like to say thank you to Putmawethu. But what I love about his testimony during the whole thing is that which staying comfortable to God, because you need to find accountability kuThixo. Awukwazi ufika ungabikho comfortable. You need to be comfortable because ukumzali wakho, and God will always renew your mind and renew your spirit. I think I can 100% say zonke business nazo andivelanga ndanazo. I establish them through prayer and ezinye ndibone ephupheni because God says I will tell you my deepest secrets in your deepest sleep. So ezinye ndivuke ndizibone. When I started farming, ndaziphupha ndityala amatswele ndireka, and then quickly, and it was during COVID time ngoku ibiqala kanye i-tight kakhulu, ndahamba ndongena emva kwendlu ekhaya ndafika ndareka ndatyala, zabluma izinto zankulu kakhulu to an extent that uspa fruit and veg bathi asikwazi uzithatha zinkulu kakhulu, you need to do something. Ndathi kubo nozithatheni noba ninikanga according to scale sabo. So those things, once God speaks, he speaks. And it's a good thing that you're dealing with men because, to be honest, men are broken. Men are broken. As much as yes, mama are broken, men are broken out there. They go through divorces just like women, and now just because abathethe ngazo divorces abo, they are broken. Before they get married, they dated. Umntu afike engekho right kulo mtshato, and ke ngoku kudibane two individuals from two different backgrounds. Ufike mna ndisuke ndikhula from a background of a church background, ndikhule ngenkonzo, yena uphuma from a home where umama ebesela notata besela, akayazi i-unity yomtshato binjani na. So zonke izinto ziqala emva before sizofika apha. Hence I admire the guy that actually stayed with his wife without cheating. That takes a lot. It takes a lot. So izinto ezinjalo, they are basically empowering other people. I just wish a lot of men could actually be listening to the show and actually do attend, because men need healing. Men do need healing, and they need to heal in a lot of ways than one. I know a friend of mine that needs this healing because yes and Max at counseling esemsebenzini wakho athi I'll do it myself. Uqonda hayibo chomi, you do it yourself njani awukhonzi nokhonza at the same time. So people do not understand those things, that they are healing. Even in konzo, it's a healing, because uthiwa ungena enkonzweni you find answers. iBhayibhile, it's a manual. I always say it's a daily manual. Solomon was the hugest businessman. Hence, we're in a vessels. Abantu, they do not know this. Solomon had vessels. We're in a boats, and there's ninzi that we're exporting and importing. And then brother wakhe Jehoshaphat had the same boats, but it's like a mover we bought. Because the blessing yaika Solomon yeba abe a successful businessman to that extent. So people do not know that. But just because the party's Bible is to speak, we learn business from the Bible. We learn business from the Bible. You will pick up a lot of people in the Bible, with disciples that were very good business people. So I do say, go to church, you will find answers that you never knew that they were there. Buy a Bible, read, you will find answers for all the questions that you have that you never knew that were there. But I would like to say thank you, Kuputmawethu. Siphelele ixesha ke baphulaphuli. Ndichilo ndathi, Mam Thompson, ndiyakubiza. ndiyakubiza Mama Thompson. Ndiyenda qhoma ndikho ndimphe ixesha uMama Tom akarecoverishe. She's been through a lot. So ndaqhoma ndimphe ixesha, but ndiyambiza evangelini. She needs to come and bring a testimony because she has a powerful testimony naye that she needs to come and tell us. I remember photos zenu. Yeah, ifoto jongani seningene kwi-page yakhe niyojonga ifoto. Andifuna uthetha zirong. Money transformation. Money transformation. But yeah, what you did not tell Baphulaphuli is that he has been allocated with a radio station overseas where he is actually taking umculo lapha South Africa awelise. But yeah, that's a story for another day. We do appreciate such things because only God can open such doors. So Buti enkosi for balapha ndiyabulela nakutata uBishop Makhubala ngokuyeka because I know during the week iyabethu keyboard phengodzweni yethu and lixesha le fasting and lixesha lokuthandaza. So thina ke sekhonza Monday to Monday asinaxesha litheni. We have to be there praying. Naman kodwa ke Baphulaphuli, it's nice being here. Ndizanibona on Thursday with uragati westishi uloza wamampene xa sithi ayishishizi akho nix yenzekayo but sihleli all over the world. Sinesibambe eDubai, nesibambe China, nisibambe Kenya, nisibambe naphi na akho ndawo singekho kuyo, but thina sithi ayishishize apha eKids ngese radio. Nizanibona Thursday ke apho ndizabe ndithetha ngeagriculture. Niyazi mos Thursday ndingena ngo8 ndiphuma ngo9 speaking about purely agriculture and all different types of farming za agriculture. Niphinde ninibambe pa on Sunday between this time ubuyile usisipush kangesi uzangena between 9 and 10 esenza in his presence. Nam ndingene between 10 and 1 o'clock ndiqhuba utestify with Olwethu Salayi. Ndiniphathele i-youth 2 ladies uVovo kaJacob nenye iweka yalapha phakathi kuthi uNtombo Vuyo bazabe betestify about being a young woman in church and staying in the word and serving in the word but still being a young woman and the challenges they are facing. So ndichila mos ndithe kule nyanga andiqalisi tu andiphinde ndishumayele kule nyanga. It's a visitor after visitor talking about testimonies. I'll be inviting all different types. Nyanga yomama ndiyayazi but mina I'll be missing between women and men. Into engazangenziwe kwezinye izitishi. Ezinye izitishi sabe sifocus komama bodwa but mina ndizabe ndiyimixa ndiyidibanisa so that you know that a testimony is something powerful and no tata bangomama in other differences. Kuba yeni bazi widowers abakhulisa abantwana babo, they have to be both a mother and a father. So yeah, thank you Baphulaphuli beKids Radio. Niyayazi bosi ndiyanithanda ngola thando ningaye kunithandazela maxesha onke nam ndizanithandazela.